That was strange. You took a long time to go live. Hello, how you doing, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Morning Garden Show, and I am in a good mood this morning, evening, or well, it was evening at 2:29 here p.m. in Baltimore City, the city that never sleeps very long because of the gunshots that wake you up. But anyway, the thing I'm looking at here is that the I've been watching a lot of gardening videos and had a lot of good fun doing that. I mean, they got some bad brothers and sisters out there. And when I say brothers and sisters, I'm talking about all of us. We're all family. We're family. I'm telling you, we're family. I swear to God, we're family. And so what happened was, I found these in my room. I'm going in and cleaning up, try to keep the house clean and everything. Do what I can, So these seeds, I don't know how old they are. About a year old, maybe 2 years. I'm gonna grow them this year. Yes, Russian. It says here, Russian cabbage seeds. I'm gonna have fun with cabbage this year. Cabbage is gonna be so much fun this year. It's gonna be just so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Cabbage. I can't wait. I don't know how many in here. It's probably over 100 in here. And like I said, about a year and a half, 2 years old, something like that. And I stapled the bag closed so I don't lose them because I hate losing seeds. Seeds are valuable. Seeds are valuable to me now. By the way, I used to buy them and like a lot of you do. I keep buying them, and now I don't want to do that. So I put them in zip bags and keep them and care for them and take care of them and hug them and talk to them, things like that. So um, I'm ready to start something because it's just weighing on me. I want to start something, but I'm afraid to go out to the store and buy stuff. Like I want to go buy some ginger. Excuse me. I want to start growing ginger again because somebody said something to me. They said, "Can you grow me some ginger?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, you looking good there, girl." Or whatever. So anyway, I decided to grow some ginger, and I was really good at it when I started ginger back in the day. I bought enough to fit the palm of my hand. I've told the story a million times. I bought enough to fit the palm of my hand, little tiny little pieces, something they would normally throw away. And I bought the ginger, and it was like $1.25, I think it was. And out of that ginger, I grew pounds of ginger from that ginger. And that's why I did it because I wanted to see whether or not you could select a few pieces as the size of the whole of this tape here and actually grow what you wanted out of it. And ginger is easy to grow. But the most important step that I missed when I first started growing it because everyone was saying, soak it overnight, soak it overnight. I said, yeah, you soak it overnight. You know, no, I'm saying. But I was thinking that. But now to get everything in motion, to hydrate that root, uh, is to soak it overnight in warm water. Not hot, warm water. Soak it. And then in the morning when you get up, you take your best soil mix it. You know how to make your best soil mix, and you place the tubers or the roots into the mix and care for it by keeping it warm and when it starts peeking through the soil, you'll say, did it, got it. And then you'll be able to grow your own ginger. And you can grow pounds and pounds of this stuff if you know if you have the time to care for it. And to remember, don't keep it in little itty bitty little containers because it's gonna get big. It's gonna get big, it's gonna grow, it's gonna get bold on you. You're gonna say, my God. And the one thing is it likes food, folks. Yes, it does. Don't put it in a container if you're going to grow it in a container and not feed it like I did one year. I just put it in there and said, "Oh, that's enough," and I put a little bit of food in there because the the the, the thing about it was if I would have used my weeds as a tea and fed it, I'd have been fine. But got a little lazy, did the tea, did not purchase that expensive food that they. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Thank you. And the thing about it is, I didn't buy any fertilizers back in the day because I was like, this stuff is expensive. My God, what did somebody do? Lose a diamond ring in the bag? And they figured if they well, we sell enough bags, we'll get that money back. Whatever they did, they made gardening so freaking expensive that you got to be smart to be a gardener. You have to be smart to be a gardener because you have to remember one thing. Do not give the box stores all of your money. Hi there. Hello. How you doing? Good to see that there's a homesteader in the crowd. There's always a homesteader in the crowd somewhere, but I appreciate you. Thank you very much for stopping in. But to be able to get the stuff you need for your garden, how so much of it is already in your garden. I now collect my cuttings from my fruit trees. That's fertilizer. People say, "What do you mean it's fertilizer? It's branches, it's twigs. What are you talking about? It is fertilizer. To me, it's fertilizer. I feed my trees that they grow big and strong. My trees are doing really good. All of my trees are doing good. But when I first put them in the ground and left them there and didn't feed them, I figured, because people kept telling me those stories. They said, "Oh, my peach tree produces hundreds of peaches, and I don't do anything to it." Well, it's because your peach tree is doing it all. It drops the fruit, it drops the leaves, it's feeding itself like it's supposed to do. But if you want to put a demand on that tree, heavily demand on that tree, you want to just throw a little food its way once in a while. I know it won't cost you anything. Get some wood chips from the arborist. Get that and say, "Look, sir, dump it on my property," and put that around the trees. And once you get that around the trees and start producing all of that compost around that tree, you will hate yourself because the tree gonna be growing so big and it's gonna have such vigor to it. You're gonna say, "Man, I shouldn't have fed this tree." But thank you for the thumbs up. Number two. Yes, 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 yes. The thumbs up. People are throwing thumbs up to me today. I appreciate it. But the feeding of the tree, feeding of your garden, trust me, folks, the magic that you've been seeking all these years for your garden, for your farm, is in the soil. It's in the soil. I'm telling you, don't worry about the plants too much. You got to get the soil right. You got to get. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much, there. Thank you. Wow. Yes. Okay. I remember this person here. Yeah, I'll watch your videos. I'll watch your videos. But I look at people and I see their videos. I try to watch everybody's videos. I subscribe to over 400, maybe 500 people that all do gardening. And so when they put something up, it pops up and I see it. But sometimes I see people hurting. I see them hurting. I look at their gardens. I say, yeah. And then the main thing I'm looking at when I look at somebody's garden, I'm looking at their soil. So all I'm looking at is their soil. And some of them sell products, which I was talking to a company yesterday. They want to sell products on my channel. And I said, I did do that. And I thought to myself, I think I might do that because it's a good product. And the one thing I deal with every year, there's a problem in my garden, and I like to be able to share it with people and have them come on my channel and push and go to my comments and you know how they leave those links down there. And I like to leave a link down there and show them where to buy certain things at. What the heck, if they want to get it, get it. If they don't. But at the same time, it's got to be a good product. It's got to be something that I use. It's got to be something that I stand behind. It's got to be something that I believe in. Can't be nothing just because they're paying me. Can't be that. But at any rate, I always have problems with mosquitoes in my yard. That's the only thing I just draw back from gardening in the spring and summer is I have lots of mosquitoes. I've tried walking around the yard, emptying out all the water. Somebody typed something here. What is it? Hi, good night. Good night. Hi, good night. I don't know what that means, but at any rate, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you coming by. But the thing about it is, I want people to be able to be comfortable in the yard. I know me, I suffer when I go in my yard. I'm spraying all over my arms, in the back of my neck, my head, and I still say to myself, these things are still eating me. Or if they're not eating me, they're still driving me crazy. I hate that. So where I'm at right now is that getting the soil right on your property. Getting your soil right on your property. I said that twice because it's so important. When you get the soil right, you got plants that are happy, and we get the right food for the plants. they're also double happy. So you just do what you got to do to make sure those plants grow well. And I got to tell you, it's a wonderful thing to grow those plants when you get the soil mixture right, when you get the watering, how much water you're going to give it. And remember, every time you water these plants on your property, whether it be in the ground or whether it be in pots, you're actually washing away their nutrients. You're washing it away. So I tell you, you got to, and I'm telling you, you got to get into mulching. You got to get into mulching around those plants, so you don't, so they stay not moisturized, but they stay with moisture around them, and they stay where you can regulate that temperature on the ground. You know, you get enough of the mulch around those plants, they stay happy, they stay hydrated, and they stay with all that you could possibly give them, the happiness that you can give them. Just don't. When I see people garden, I see the bare ground. I see bare ground, a plant, more bare ground, and another plant. I say to myself, "Wow." I said, "I know they're watering all the time." I can look at it and see that because water evaporates faster away from the plant when you have no mulch around those plants. This is the song. That is how we can duplicate that. Absolutely. Okay, I'm looking at what you wrote here. You're right. It's in the soil. It's in the soil. It's all about the soil. You know. Now, a lot of us have clay soil. That should not be a huge problem if you know what to do with it. It should not be a huge problem if you have clay soil. But I see people, and I understand why they till, and I understand. I I am going on record to say that it is not really a good thing to keep tearing your soil apart by gouging shovels in it, behind getting a gas powered tiller and tilling all through that ground. I've seen one video where a guy is doing what they call uh, he dig all the soil out of this area, and then he put the soil in that area. And then he goes dig, and it's called I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's an awful lot of work. It's an awful lot of work. I see people do that, and I go, oh my God, man, I feel sorry for them. When I see the guy or the lady dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and I say, oh my goodness, they learned that from other videos. They learned that also from uh, the farmers. They see the farmers doing it. They learned that from books they've read. Is that you must. It's a must that you must dig and dig and dig. And I said, oh my goodness. And I used to be one of them people. I don't do it no more. I do not do it anymore. It's got nothing to do with my age because you can see I can hold my own. Uh, I'm not doing that because I know that it rips your soil apart. It tears up the biology in the soil. That's why I don't do it anymore. And it makes everything hard for you. It's double hard for you when you're digging in soil. When you're digging in soil and you're tearing up the homes that this biology has to live in, when you're disturbing because if you look at the way nature does it, study nature, and you put this up there, I think you put up there nature, is that when you see big, huge trees in the forest growing, and you see bushes and grass and weeds and everything growing, and nobody's digging anything. No one's digging anything at all. Nothing. It's not. It's not. The birds fly by, and he drops the seed from his poop chute, and it lands on the ground, and it starts to grow and grow and grow, and someday it'll be a big cherry tree, or someday it'll be a big apple tree, or someday it'll be whatever type of tree. No one dug it, no one did anything to it. Landed on the surface, had plenty of compost there from the leaves and from the debris on the ground and the topsoil, and it just grew. The rain grew. And it didn't need anyone there to dig a shovel in it, dig and it didn't need any of that. I learned that it's a video I have. It's called No Dig, I think it's called a No Dig Fruit Tree. And what I did was I bought a tree from Stock Brothers, and we're gonna get to that in a minute because their prices are going through the roof. Um, when I set the tree on, I bought the tree. I think about $30 roughly. So this is a really expensive, test or what we call a experiment. I set it on the ground and I put soil around its roots and left it there. Today, you can't move that tree with your bare physical hands. You can't move that tree. Oh, okay, no problem. You want to listen in, or you just want to, talk. It's fine. But I want to say this to you is that when I put that tree down like that and just set it on top of the soil, it put its roots down through the soil over a span of about 2 years, and you can't move that tree now. And that tree is doing as good, if not better, than the trees I dug and put in the ground years ago. And it produced fast. First one produced apples was that tree. After about a year and sometime, it produced apples. And I said to myself, why did that happen? Well, the tree knew where to go look for food and also knew that it was getting plenty of air or oxygen to its roots because it was sitting on top of that clay soil. It was sitting on top. And the soil was completely rich because that's where the gardener used to come in and dump all the leaves that I used to collect. He used to dump all the leaves. And he would dump the leaves, and in that area was so rich in organic matter, the tree did extremely well. My point being this is that if you take care of the soil, the plants will take care of themselves. Because all they need is food and they know what to do. They've been genetically designed to do exactly what they do. When you go to these stores and you buy these plants, like trees or bushes and things of that nature, like Stock Brothers, one of my favorite stores, and they sell a good quality product, but man, have their prices, along with all the other online stores, they have went through the roof with prices. Through the roof. The cost of buying a tree today is, wow, they get all the money up front. That's what it looks like. All the fruit you're going to get, they got their money up front. But if you know what you're doing, you can propagate that tree and make 30 or 40 trees out of one tree, 50 trees, 150 trees out of one tree. And that's called getting your money back. You can actually take cuttings from that tree and root them and plant them and have hundreds of trees from that one tree. It's interesting. So that being said, is that you got to take care of the soil. And it's free to take care of the soil. The leaves that you collect during the winter or fall and winter is just free fertilizer, free compost, if you will. The grass that grows on your property, all of that is free compost. Absolutely free. You don't have to keep going out and buying bags of compost if you collect these items in the winter. They give them to you free. Tree service people more than happy to dump. Oh, hello, how you doing? Hello. Oh, people are stopping in. I appreciate it. But if you decide, thanks for the thumbs up. Got 3 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I am definitely excited about this year because I'm changing a lot of what I used to do. Like I said, no more digging in the yard. I see people say, well, how are you going to do it? Watch what I do. And I'm going to shoot videos of it. Watch what I'm going to do. And I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. I bought a brand new, marked down, beautiful Troy built lawnmower with the bag attachment on it. And when I bought this lawnmower, I nicknamed it my fertilizing machine. And what I meant by that was that I'm going to cut my grass along with the weeds and everything, and I will use those cuttings as a mulch. And that mulch will help me around my plants as two things: to keep them moist so that I don't have to keep watering every week, every day, and all that. And when the weather gets really hot and you got that 2, 3, 4 inches of mulch around those plants, they will do extremely well. Also, I will get fertilizer from those plants. Fertilizer, beautiful fertilizer from weeds and grass clippings. And because my grass on my property used to get on my nerves, it grows extremely fast and it gets tall, and I'm cutting it every week. And I hate it because I'm not into lawns. I just want to cut it so that the state don't say, hey, we're going to give you a ticket. I care about growing food. And if I can collect grass clippings, and put them around, improving my soil, I forgot about that part. There's so much information that you just can't think of it all at one time, at one second. You can't put it all out there because it's moving around in my head, and I got all this information, and it's just a wonderful thing to have that information. Over 21 years of gardening has taught me a great deal. But the thing about it is, when you use these grass clippings, you're improving your soil. You're keeping your plants hydrated because you don't have to water as much. And when you do give it a deep watering, the water tends to stay there. Also, you're regulating the temperature of the ground, keeping it warm on a cooler night, and keeping, when it's really hot, keeping the ground cool so that your plants don't overheat. That's what I'm talking about. And it's free. You can literally get hundreds of pounds of leaves depending on the size of your property. Hundreds of pounds. And it's right around your plants, making compost, sitting on the surface, 3 inches deep, sitting on the surface, around your tomato plant, around your pepper plant, around your okra, around your corn, wherever you want to put it at. And it's creating a beautiful environment for your plant, and it's improving your soil. Because if you keep watering and watering and watering and watering, you're washing out the nutrients in your soil. You don't want to do that. You pay good money for that, those nutrients. Or if you did it for free, you put a lot of work and effort in cutting down those weeds and chop and drop, and just to be washing it right out of your soil. Think about that for a second. So that being said, I am getting awfully hungry right now. I'm thinking about a chicken pot pie. I'm thinking about that. Chicken pot pie or salmon with broccoli. I'll think about it. But at any rate, I want to thank you all for coming and stopping by and seeing me. Because pretty soon I'll be headed to work. And I just want to make certain that I got to talk to some of you today about gardening, because it is exciting. It is what we're trying to get more and more people into. And believe me, they're going in that direction. Because someday they're going to look at it and see you eating some of the best collard greens, okra and corn. My favorite corn, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it before, is peaches and cream. Incredible corn. Incredible corn. And I will be starting my corn this year indoors. This year indoors. I'll be starting my corn this year indoors. So on that note, starting with corn indoors, because it is a great thing to do, and it just gets the job done. I mean, it's incredible. So I want to let you know that it's a wonderful thing to grow your own food because I love it. When we garden, it's the national pepper. Maybe you can make it. Uh, Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I didn't know that. I didn't know the day was National Pepper Pot Day. I mean, see, I can learn a lot of things on this site as well. I will say that he's got an exciting channel. Go to it, and check him out. But I will be definitely checking out that video when I go there because it's just so much information out there, and not all of us know it all. But I will say this: is that when you master your craft and you can grow corn and you have your family members and family and friends and um, tomatoes and okra is my favorite. But this year, where's my okra seeds at? Oh, I know what I did with them. I moved them because this right here is basically some of my seeds. This is not even some of my seeds. I have totes full of seeds, um, and I'm going to get in more and more and more into growing seeds. Now, I tell you one thing I will be doing is the burgundy okra. Once I get that growing, um, and I like to start seeds in bulk. For some reason, that I don't know that works for me. And and start them one. I see people do this, and I do see it. And they got the trays, and they got one seed in this, and one seed in that one, and it makes me want to scream. And it's okay that they do it that way. That works for them. And they put one seed in, and one guy I saw one day he had tweezers, and he was planting uh, what was I thinking? I'm thinking of tomato seeds, and he had the tweezers, and he put them in, and it was driving me crazy because I'm doing like this while he's doing that. Oh God, please tell me he's not putting seeds one at a time. I mean, and he said it's important that you don't touch them. You don't want to get germs on them. And I'm looking at him and well, that works for him. I respect what he does. When I take my seeds, it's a little different. I sprinkle them on the soil top of my 5-inch pot, and I put a thin covering over them. I put them inside of a black plastic bag, tied up. Within about 4 days, my seeds already started coming up. Why? Because they're being grown or started in darkness. And then I take them out, put them under my light, and I got 50 plants growing in one single little pot, and they're doing fine. Once they get their true leaves started, then I start separating them. The big ones I keep, the little scrawny ones, I make a decision at that point. But I keep the big bold seeds, and they get dropped into their own little 4-inch pot, as deep as I want to put them in, and they just start growing. And I keep them under light, and then when it's time for them to go outside, I put them outside, and I keep the fan on them to keep the air circulating around them so that they can um, definitely keep down mold and germs that will cause them to uh, get disease. And so that's what you do. That's all, folks. This is the Moline Garden Show. I want to thank you for tuning in. Oh, I just sold my hot peppers. Congratulations. Oh God, I want to see that. Did you do a video? Did you do a video? I'm in Zone 7B, and I know within the next week or two, I will be starting my peppers. I will be starting my peppers. Let's see. Hey, okay. Peaceful. Hello, how you doing? All right. Peaceful hobby. Yes, yes, it is. Definitely a peaceful hobby. I'm trying to get Mrs. Miller to. Um, I'm wondering if you did a video on when you sowed your hot peppers? Did you do a video? Because I'm all tuned in to everybody when they put a video up, it just comes right to me. I wanna be free. Compost is a must. If you don't have a compost pile on your property, please do one. It will pay for itself many fold over. Okay, well, on that note, folks, I'm going to get out of here. And I want to thank you all for stopping in. I'm sorry that I've got getting offline while some people just came in the room. I apologize for that, but I noticed that um, I want to get something to eat and then get ready for work. But I want to thank all of you for stopping by. This is the Morning Gardener Show. And I want to let you know that Mondays, I'll try to have shows on Mondays. And I want you to stop by if you get time to do it. And we can do this again. This is the Morning Garden Show. Thank you very much. And remember to keep on growing. Thank you very much. Take care now.